What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me, man. I'm super psyched you guys could hang out with me today. Today, man, I have a really good one for you guys today, man. We're going to be talking about the 454 Big Block Atomizer from Kryptonite Vapors. I have like a month and a half old steeped Freddy's Dream I'm vaping on right now. Oh, delicious, man. Fantastic juice. Let's do it, man. Let's take it down low. And shout out to all you guys leading me to the drip top here. Jeff Enough drip top cap, amazing. I don't know where it's been my whole life. The still air will never be the same. I just love rebuilding coils, guys. It just means so much more to just sit here and build with you, man. Let's do it. Let's take it down low and just dive in on this thing, dude. I got the box and everything. Done. Let's take it down, guys. Here we go. Come on. Bring it in a little bit. Here we go. Here's the box it came in, right? Very nice packaging, indeed. See-through top here. Okay, kind of a tin, right? Pop this off. Very foam, very insulating packaging here. Nothing's gonna happen to this atomizer. Okay. Pop out your top, and what you'll find is there's a little baggie with all your screws and the stainless steel ring. Okay, and we'll get into that all later. Obviously, have it all put together here. Looking at it looks-wise, aesthetically, it's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that a work of art, man? Just absolutely gorgeous in every single way. Okay. Fin design, reminiscent of the Tobe, keep the heat down right. I mean, they're not as deep, but, you know, it needs it. This is a single, dual, or quad coil, or 3. Hell, you can do it any coil you really want in this thing, guys. This thing is amazing. Comes with a drip tip as well, a Delrin drip tip with a stainless steel accent. Very cool feature here, guys. Let me go ahead and I'll pull this out. Nice fit too, by the way. Let me pull this top cap piece off, and this is the first thing we'll talk about. Conical shape. Okay, conical shape here. Very substantial piece of work here, guys. This whole thing is very substantial indeed. Very thick. Okay. Conical shape, drip tip, dual O-rings. Check that out. Okay. No spit pad, guys. That's exactly what this is designed for. And also, it creates a vortex in your cap. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this on. Like I said, it's a nice fit. Okay. Very nice fit. Okay. Stainless steel accent on top. Obviously, you cannot see through it because it's gonna block your spit back. And there you go, guys. Okay. Flavor machine. Okay, obviously you can see how it's going to create the vortex. It's going to pull the vapor around the cap before it can go into each port. Very cool. 2 different air streams. Isn't that beautiful? What a creative idea, guys. Some people are between clubs on this drip tip. Some say it's restricting. It is a little restricting. It's different than your average drip tip here, guys. You know, Ninja Mod's tip here. You know what I mean? It's just there's no opening on the bottom. It's just different. It's a flavor machine. I have been thoroughly enjoying this tip. I pop this on all my it fits on every RDA I own. It's just great, guys. It really is. And it's a great little treat to get these extras. You don't get these anymore. You know what I mean? This is great. Chunky O-rings. Fantastic. Let me put that to the side. We went over the top cap, the finning, single O-ring. Okay. Here we go. Bottom section. First thing you're going to see, copper pin. Okay. Very unique. I really like what they did here. Okay. Very cool, and I'm about to show you guys something pretty damn awesome. The graphics here, if you will, made in USA, Kryptonite Vapor logo. It's kind of like a element symbol, and then the 454. Okay. Pop this out. Before I do, check this out, guys. Okay, there's a top view of the RDA. This rail right here that you're seeing, see that rail going around the outside? See drip rail, guys. What happens is condensation builds up. Let me pull this off right now. Set this aside. Condensation, as you're vaping, builds up right here on the top. It happens on everything. It happens on the side walls of your RDAs. It happens on every atomizer. You guys see it? Okay? What happens on this is because the conical shape here, it almost acts as a smooth surface for the juice. As it builds up here, it runs down the conical shape, down the drip rail, and drips directly down back onto your coils, and it keeps it away from your air holes. Do you guys get the idea of that? Hopefully that makes sense. Guys, it works. I saw it happen. I witnessed it with my own eyes. It was a thing of beauty. I pulled off the drip tip to drip, and I saw it go. I could not believe it. It's not a gimmick. Okay, guys? It works, and it's extremely smart, and it's just a little thing. Okay? They're really thinking outside the box with this atomizer, okay? Let's pull this off. Okay, sleeve comes off, and you're greeted with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, it looks to be about 8 holes there, quite a bit. 7 holes. Okay. Every hole is crispy. Okay. No crispity crunchity in there. Everything is very nicely done. I think it's a work of art, guys. Good machining is art. That's all I gotta say. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. Okay. On the inside here, O-ring. Okay. Right on the inside. Okay. And you're greeted with 4. They seem to be 3 millimeters, maybe even larger, guys. And they're also countersunk there, as you can see, which is going to give you a very smooth draw. Very smooth. Okay. Cool, guys. I'll set that off to the side. Let's get to the star of the show here. Remember I said we were going to talk about that copper center pin, right? Let me pull off this Phillips head here. Hopefully this will come into play. The copper comes all the way up from the bottom, right? See that? See that copper pin in there? And it sits directly underneath the eyelets. You guys see that? Hopefully that comes into the shot, guys. See how the light's kind of coming through that eyelet? See that? And then it's greeted with a copper base. Do you guys see that? So what happens is, let me back this up. So let's say you put this is your wire. Whatever wire you want to use, okay? You put it through the eyelets, okay? So now it's in the middle of the eyelets. Here's the post pretend right here. You screw down this top screw, okay? On most atomizers, it would just go, right? It would just crunch it down, okay? And it would break, right? That's why things break quite often, okay? With this one, there is that copper little ledge underneath, right? So when you screw down your screw, boom, and it locks it in place, okay? Your wires are going to be crisscrossing, so it's just going to be boom, and it's going to make a solid connection, guys, okay? Blew me away when I saw that. It's just, I was so psyched to see that, and it's like dead perfect. Like any higher, it'd be in the way. You know what I mean? It's perfectly underneath that. I'm gonna go ahead and thread back on this Phillips head, and I'm gonna actually leave it up all the way because we're gonna build this, guys. Okay, let's get into it some more here. Okay, big well. You're gonna notice kind of a step design. Okay, there's a ledge. That ledge in there is meant for centering your coils, guys. Okay. for the drill bit you use. You put it down there and it's gonna center it, guys. Okay. You're gonna come through, bam. Put it. I like to just nick the top, the edge, like right there. And we're gonna pick. I like to set mine just right there on the edge of this, right there. It seems to center it beautifully. You know what I mean? Very, very neat idea there. This guy just traveled around California, right? And asked people what they wanted in a dripper. And this is what he came up with. It's thinking outside the box. It's yeah, I just love the idea of this, all this stuff. Okay, it's got an Ultima insulator in it, guys. Okay, Ultima insulators are FDA food safe for one. Okay, and they're the strongest, most stable, high temperature plastics you can get. All right, I think it's stable up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, guys. So that can handle some stuff, and most of all, no more spinning center posts here, guys. Okay. I believe these are 0.06 inches big. You can see I can just take my pick here. I mean, these are huge, plenty big for your big wires. Okay, plenty big. Okay, big flat topped head screws here, and you're probably noticing this ring that keeps flopping around. What is this? This is pretty unique, guys. The entire outside. Let me grab some wire. This is what we're going to be using today, some 28 gauge twisted wire. Let's say you're doing it, you can build this traditional, okay? Let's say here's your top lead, your coil comes around, okay? Just imagine a coil right here. And then your negative lead would come right here, right? Well, let's say it just kind of slid underneath there, just like that. You would tighten on that screw, let's say it's over here even. You tighten on that screw, it locks it down to the base, done. Can you imagine the possibilities with this atomizer? Like, just thinking about it. I've built this thing so many different ways, it's not even funny, and they have all performed extremely well. Extremely well. You can build it traditional style. You can build it like a K-Fun style. Serious, you can build this thing like a freaking K-Fun, dude. It's freaking nuts. We haven't had a quad coil on this channel, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a quad coil, 28 gauge, twisted Kanthal, alright? Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this up. Like I said, 4 screws on the outside here to really fasten down this stainless steel ring. Now, I've put 20 gauge underneath this, guys, and fastened these down so freaking hard that I thought it would probably bend. This stainless steel ring is still straight as can be, guys. There's no warp in it at all. Okay. Okay. 2 different size O-rings here. You got the large one on the bottom to really keep the juice out from coming out, and this one, littler one right here. Okay. And if you notice, hopefully you guys can notice. Let me move this. Hopefully you guys can notice. Do you see how it's kind of, the cap almost comes up, and it's almost like, I'll grab a pointer here. Move this. Okay, and it just kind of rounds in. See that? See how it's rounded? That's going to protect your O-rings from coming on. It's just an easy application here, guys. See that? Because it's rounded, you know, it's sloppy here, but it's tight right here. You know what I mean? It's a fantastic fit. Fantastic fit here, guys. Let me pop this back out. I have a lot to say about this atomizer. It's gonna be a nice long video. Okay. So cool, man. Let's back this bad boy up. What do I have? I have probably 2 6-inch pieces of 28 gauge Kanthal. We're gonna build this. I have all the negatives loose. Okay. And I have this one wide open. I'm going to take 1 6-inch piece, 28 gauge twisted Kanthal, and I'm going to go ahead, pick an eyelet, any one, and I'm going to slide it through, and I'm going to kind of gauge about 3 inches, right, halfway through the Kanthal, and that's where I'm going to fasten it down. We're going to build 4 coils, 2 pieces of Kanthal. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, fasten that down nicely. Good. That's pretty good there. I want you to notice, let me straighten this out just a hair. Look where that wire's sitting. Look at, I mean, the precision in where they place the eyelets. Do you see that? So when you make your coils, your verticoils or whatever, and it's coming down, it's going to come wrapping right around that screw. So perfect, guys. It's just a fantastic atomizer. I have a pretty unique way of building this, and I hope it makes you guys that own this atomizer, hope it makes this easier for you guys. Here's the tool I'm using today. This is a end of a multimeter. It's about 2 mil, okay? 2 mil total here. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the lead, okay? Pull it to the sky, and I'm gonna go under. And I'm gonna wrap 8 wraps. I'm gonna try and keep this all in the shot. I know this is gonna be weird, guys. Hang in there with me. Okay, there's my 8 wrap. Okay, now I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna kind of crimp on the side there, and I'm gonna push it against the wall. See that? I'm gonna kind of hold it there and let go. Okay. Make sure we're nice and loose on this. Yeah, we look good. Okay, now I'm gonna push down into the base, flip it up, and I'm gonna wrap it around at the same time. Did you guys see that? Don't worry, we got 3 more times if you didn't. Okay. Take your time. There's no hurry here. Okay. Okay, and that's exactly what I did. Just like that. Okay. Now, obviously, we're not done here, right? I'm just gonna set it the best I can. And I'm going to go ahead and do the lift-in method here, okay, to break this off. No problem. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this out nice and easy. That's our first coil. It's fairly centered, but we're going to move on here, guys. Okay. Let's do the second one. Lift it up. Make sure this is nice and snug. Came a little loose. We're going to do the same thing here. 8 wraps. Okay.
He was so needy. I haven't seen you in so long. Oh yeah, you did, like a little while ago. But I missed you so much. You started taking my money.
Okay, after you get your 8 wraps in, go ahead and take this and just press it right up against that. Okay? And at the same time, remember, I mean, as close as you can. Bring it down and around like that. Okay? Make sure you get nice and straight up the best you can. And just go ahead and tighten this down. Nice and tight. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and show you guys again. I'm doing my very best, guys, so please hang in there with me to keep this in the shot. It's extremely difficult on camera. Same thing. I don't clip these because I want these nice and flush here. See, and it doesn't take much, guys. Okay? See how we're almost kind of making a box with our negative leads? By the time we're finished, it's going to be sick. So you're probably thinking, Trevor, what now? Right? What now, bro? Simple. Check it out, guys. Completely take this off. Okay. Lift it up till, yeah, that should be good. And we're going to insert our other piece here. Take your time. And it should go in fairly easy. These, like I said, I think they're 0.06 inches, guys. Okay?
I'm sorry, I saw a little bit.
Take it in, just take your time. And like I said, we're going to half it again. And it's very important that we get it as close to half as possible because you got to get 8 wraps out of this. You know?
Things have been really crazy with my family lately.
Another way you can do it
My older sister.
is you can kind of tighten it down and lift it up. That's awesome. See how close they come? Okay? And just snug it up again, guys. just like that. Okay? And we're just gonna repeat. Super easy, right? Let's do it. Stick it in, 8 reps.
Kind of why I came down here. I wanted to meet my other sister. Are you curious too?
Okay? 8 reps. Okay. Push it against the wall. Okay, compress it. Okay. Now right here, as we bend down, underneath. Like I do it at the exact same time. And then I go ahead and tighten down my negative. Sorry, that's not in the shot, guys. Nice and tight. And break it. You can go in circle. I like the up and down with twisted wire. I just think it works a little better. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out and show you guys. Okay. You guys see where this is going, right? One more? One more, and then we'll do our total like organizing of the coils, okay? Make sure you're nice and loose on your negative screws. It's very important. See, we already have 3 coils done. When you guys like get this dialed, it's so fast, okay? Compress. And at the same time, as close as you can at the same time. I mean, it's not always going to be perfect. Okay? Pull this back. Okay, I got it like this. I'm going to go up and in, just like that. And hopefully that was in the shot long enough to where you guys kind of got the idea of it. You know what I mean? There. Nice and snug, guys. Nice and snug. Good. We can break this off now. It's important that you get these negatives nice and tight, as well as the top. Okay, so here is a very rough draft. This is very rough. Let's tidy them up, guys. Quad coils. You want them centered, and you want them extremely, you want them centered as straight up as possible. Also, you do want, you can see how easy this is to adjust, guys. Like, if you see, like, when you're building this, if you get this atomizer and you're building it and you're like, oh my god, you know, like, this just isn't working out, you know what I mean? Don't give up on it, guys, okay? Just because it looks sloppy at first doesn't mean you can't fix it. Kanthal is super easy to work with, okay? Take your time going into your coils. I know you guys can't see this, but really all I'm looking for is that they're the same height for the most part, and they're all straight up. And I'm just literally going around, you know, like a little, just here and there. Just go to the next one till they're all straight, till I don't have to fiddle with any of them. This one's kind of, I don't know, like it's fine. Do not attempt this build without a 30 amp or greater. Okay, do you see how that looks, guys? They're all centered because of that, because I could set it on to that little ledge in there. See how I just clipped the edge of it? And forward. There we go. You can kind of see where I put the my tool, and I just kind of rested it right on the edge there. 2 pieces of Kanthal. 4 coils. Now, let's go ahead and just spin this up here, guys. They're pretty centered, pretty uniform. They're all away from the posts. The thing is with quad coils, guys, is the chances of getting a short increase, okay? The resistance is quartered. If you have, let's say each of these coils measured at 4 ohms each, the total resistance will be 1 ohm. Okay? I'm gonna let you guys think on that just for a second here. If each one, let's say this one's 4 ohms, 4 ohms, 4 ohms, 4 ohms, the total resistance will be 1 ohm. Okay? Back to spinning this here. Okay? centered. See how that one's kind of, oh, that's not too bad. I guess I am kind of angled. Okay. See how there's space from the posts? Space from the post, and they're all pretty evenly spaced, right? Okay. It's a good picture of it right there. I'm gonna go to the side. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And also when you go from the top, everything is centered. Nothing's touching the screws, the walls. They're all centered now, the same height. Pretty close. Okay. Now you're probably thinking, well, they're not very microcoil. I don't want a microcoil. I want them a sloppy microcoil. Kind of like the Kayfun build, right? I'm gonna fix this one here, guys. I like to do all my adjustments on my coils before I measure it. And like I said, this is no joke, guys. It's gonna be. I'm gonna. It's bugging. Oh, there we go. No, that's good. Okay, so you can kind of take like some tweezers or whatnot, and you know, do a little lifting on these. I just want the coils. I want to be able to see. I'm just sticking it underneath and I'm prying it up, just gently, guys. Don't herky jerk this stuff. Okay. I want to be able to see. I want the bottom of each wrap of each of the coils to be even with this stainless steel ring here. Okay. And I know you're wondering why. Wicking is different with quad coils. Okay, and I'm going to teach you the wicking procedure that I like, at least. Okay, that looks pretty good, guys. I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, it could be a little tidier, of course, but shit, we're good. Cool. Let's go ahead and back it up here, guys. We'll bring it back in a second, and I'll show you how to wick it. But I want to measure it. This is coming around 0.10 ohms, usually. Okay. Again, if you don't have to do this twisted. This is how I like it. This is how I like my build. You can do this with just regular 28 gauge Kanthal, 24 gauge Kanthal. Basically, I want you guys to see the technique I'm using on this, okay? And my OCD's coming into play, dude. Gotta fix that one. Okay, I'm gonna lift these up just a little more, guys. Give me just a second here. This one's lower than the rest of them. I don't like that. Okay, that's good. Let's measure it again. Okay. Let's go ahead and take off this. Let's get them firing before we wick them. And with quad coils, when I set my coils, I measure them again, guys. Okay? I want to be sure that everything is snug and in place. Okay. We just did this review here. This is just I'm using the penny here. Oh my. There we go. Good. Okay. We'll move this and let's move it forward here. Okay, and I'm gonna pulse it. Where are my? Oh, there they are. I have some like ceramic tweezers I've been playing with lately. I'm gonna sit here and pulse, guys. Okay, and I'm gonna keep pulsing this. Do you see how I'm doing this? I'm not strumming. I'm not pinching. I made sure that the bottom of each coil was the same height as the deck, whatever deck you're building this style on. Okay, and I'm just gonna sit here and pulse for a minute. This is setting the coils. Okay, that's exactly what we're doing here. I'm getting these nice and strong. Now I'm gonna strum. Yeah, they're definitely a lot stiffer than they were before. I think I'm gonna pinch that one though.
You guys made me fight. And I did. And even though it looks like I'm probably gonna lose,
Hold that down.
I played the game the whole time.
Much better.
And to this
Good.
point,
Not bad, guys.
I got to play with all of you.
Not bad. They're all glowing evenly at the same time. I guess the top view really is going to show it off.
I'm not sure
Okay.
what happens next for me,
Good. We're good there, guys.
but after today,
Now,
I'm at peace with what
I'm going to actually put it back on the base here, guys. Gotta be careful because it's kind of warm.
We love you, Jackson. And to conclude, a surprise performance by Jackson's Boston University acapella group, Nothing But Trouble.
Gotta be careful there, dude. That shit's hot. One more measure. Sorry, guys. Every time I do a quad coil, I don't care what kind I'm doing, what kind of quad coil I'm doing. I measure it again. I want to make sure that I'm the exact same or near the. Yep, good, good. Everything's just fine, guys. 30 amps or greater. Do not attempt this build unless you're using a battery that can handle the load. Okay. So, how do we wick it? That's the big question, man. How are we gonna wick this thing? You can use Kogan dough, right? Take small strips of this, fold it in half, take a piece of this leftover wire, put it in the middle, put your Kogan dough in there, and just press it down. Okay, you can do it that way. But a lot of you guys don't have Kogan dough, right? So I'm gonna use a cotton ball. Simple cotton ball. Okay, I want a nice thin piece. Okay, just like that, and I want a nice long kind of, end to it. Push it in there. Okay, and I'm just gonna use. You can use. I got a pick here, and I'm just gonna get the that through there, right? And I'm gonna thread it through. That's it. Too much. Let me grab my scissors, man. Oh my. Scissor boy. Oh, there they are. This was too much. Too much cotton. I mean, you do not need a lot here, guys. Okay? You don't want... You want to be able... You'll know it's good when you can pull it right through the coil and it doesn't tug on the coil at all. Does that make sense? Hopefully gives you a good idea. And I believe that wicking's an art form, man. Like, it's just as important as the build. See that? I'm like barely pulling. That's good there, guys. That's all you need, right? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ball this up right here. I'm gonna ball this up and I'm gonna tuck it directly underneath. I'm gonna do this on every single one. Okay? I'm gonna make a little ball underneath there. The best I can here. I probably should have clipped that. Yeah. There we go. Gotcha. I'm gonna pull a little further out. Good. I'm gonna cut this because I don't want that point all over in there. All I want is this to be a ball directly underneath the coil. I just want a little ball, not much. Like there's hardly gonna be anything in there. Okay, just like that. That's good. And I'm going to clip, and I'll show you a close-up shot, guys. Right at the head. Okay, and I'm not even done trimming that yet. Okay, see how there's like a ball directly underneath it? See that? It's like barely touching the bottom of this deck. That's what I want, guys. I'm gonna do that in all of them. Again, you do not need a lot here.
I appreciate that. Still doesn't satisfy me to blame myself.
Don't do that.
Get a good piece here. That's pretty decent.
That'll crush you.
Okay, and I'm gonna go in, try and keep this in the shot too, man. Use your pick to kind of drag it out, or whatever you need. Okay, give you a little lead, and you should be able to tug it down in without disturbing the coil. That was too much. Let's try that again.
So tonight ended up being
I take my time when wicking. I always have. I've always enjoyed, you know, well-wicked RDA. Okay, good. You kind of take this and push down on it as well.
everyone can be comfortable saying bye.
That's good. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and clip this, guys. About right there. And I'm just gonna take it and push it directly underneath. I'm just balling it back up directly underneath the coil. That's it. That's all I need. And I'm gonna clip it literally. And I'll show you at the end when we do some more cutting of it. There it is, guys. Let's do it again. Without further ado, huh? Looks like a pretty decent piece. Okay, pop that through.
The guy that helped people realize the most important thing in life.
While I'm doing this, I'm being very careful of the coils. All of them. Okay? Try and pull this forward. I'm gonna pull it. See how it's not tugging on the... Nope, you can't really see it, can you? Watch your coils when you're doing this, guys. Okay? Just like that. Okay, I'm gonna ball it up. See that? And I'm just gonna tuck it right up underneath there. That one went extremely well because I had the right amount of cotton. The other two, I don't know what was going on there. That's it. Trim the head. And I'm not done trimming the top, guys. I'm just doing it to kind of give you a rough idea. Okay? Another one. Let's do it again. And I'm not rushing here, guys. It's literally, you know, really fast. You want the same... I mean, really, you want roughly the same amount of cotton in each coil. Cotton rhea in the way. There we go. Okay. Just pull out the little lip. There we go. Pulling it down. Good. That's it, guys. One thing I know is I did not disturb. Ball it up. See that? Hopefully you guys can get a good look at that. And just... Yes, it does. I don't know, because I don't smoke anymore. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and trim this off. So basically what I'm looking at here, guys, okay, we have our head here. We're not done here. We're going to trim this up, but I have all the cotton is on the inside of the base, and there's little balls underneath each and every coil. Literally, that's what it looks like when you're looking at after you do it. When you do it, you know what I mean? Just little balls. That's it. That's all you need. Now, let's trim. Okay. I trim the hell out of this. Okay. I want to be able to see that screw. Okay. I'm kind of cutting it up at an angle, like this. See that? I'm kind of, oh, right there. I'm kind of cutting up at an angle, like that. See that? Blow it off. Okay. Now I'm going to trim it one more time. Come in, just kind of cut at an angle. I do not want a lot of cotton on the top of these guys. Now, some people say use, have a big head on there of cotton. It's definitely not needed. Okay, less is more with quads, especially quad vertical coils, guys. Wherever it's thick, get rid of it. That's it, guys. See that? So you can see the screw. Okay. And when it's wet, I'll actually sit here and I'll pull it in like this. And I'll show you. We're gonna get it juicy right now. But I wanted to show you guys before that. Do you see how there's air air can travel all around these coils? You see that? There's no cotton obstructing anywhere around these coils. You see that? Beautiful. Let's juice it, guys. The idea was I can drip straight through my top cap. I got some Freddy's Dream here from KillerLiquid.com. The idea is I could drip through my top cap. It would come down, hit the top like that, and then it would run to either side. You know what I mean? And just really soak up down there. I'm going to start by filling up this. Okay. This side. Okay. And this side. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of, like when you drip through your top cap, this is what's going to happen. See what it's doing? And when it's wet, it's a lot faster. Okay. Let's put on my mod here. My camera's actually about to die. That sucks. I don't like hurrying. Okay. 22mm device, by the way, guys. I'm just screwing it on in my mod here if I can get it to catch. There we go. Okay. Let's bring it back up top, guys. Oh, wrong way. So that's it, man. All in all here, guys, that's a simple build. It's just really hard to do on camera. If you guys own this atomizer, I highly urge you guys to give this technique a shot, man. There needs to be air being able to move all through these coils, okay? That's going to really allow this atomizer to shine. I'm putting a big drop on each coil right now. There we go. And I'll show you one more time. That's what you want to see. Okay? Now that it's wet, I'm actually going to push the cotton just like that. I could have even went less cotton on the top, and I'll probably end up trimming it before the night's over. But for the sake of length of video, I'm gonna leave it. It almost looks like a flower. Okay. Oops. Little quad coil flower. Well, I'm definitely wet enough. It's gonna be extremely flooded, but okay. It doesn't look like much, right? But I'm boiling juice here. Where are you? I'm boiling juice here. Let me vape it down. Okay, and then I'll show you I'll show you the coils firing. Okay, all 4 holes wide open. Okay, line up one coil. Just take one coil, line it up, or one air hole, line it up with one coil. Done. Nice snug fit. Looks sick. Drip tip. Let's work it now. Sorry guys, it's extremely flooded right now. I totally overdid that. It happens, man. Nobody's perfect. The airflow is wide open, by the way. Tons of vapor, my god.
So,
Globs of vapor. Hold on, guys, I just drank some juice.
Florida. It was information.
I'm using the Ninja Mods tip right now because I gotta clear out this air for this juice real quick. Okay. Hopefully that's coming into play for you guys. Yeah, it looks a little better. Okay. Now, like I was saying, I'm gonna line up one air hole to one coil, and I know they're all set. I mean, these things are this thing is so accurate as far as where the airflow is. I can take it because of the way we wicked it. Just go right to the top. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. It's gonna run down those heads of the wicks that we left on there, and it's gonna work its way into the coils, and you're set, guys. Too much cotton on the base. It just doesn't wick well. It just simply doesn't. Okay, I'm a man, Closet Clouds. He's got a great video. He calls it like the Superman wick or whatnot, where he takes a wick, and it's hardly anything. But he's right. Less is more when it comes to verticoils, guys. Okay. A ridiculous amount of vapor. It's a cool vape. We're allowing air to really travel through those coils. You know, picture them as trees, right? And there's the winds coming through, and it can just absorb through it before it comes up to the top. This is the drip tip that came with it, guys. And you guys tell me, there's gonna be no spit back on this. Okay? I'll let you guys decide, okay? Flavor is definitely more pronounced. Definitely. All in all, it is a flavor machine. Alright? I'm getting tons of orange cream from this juice. The coupon code is worth 15% off, by the way, guys. Now it is. They email me and let me know. Let's keep vaping, dude. I'm enjoying it. So all in all, really, with quad coils, remember, the chances for a short bumps. Okay, it really jumps up there, so really take the time, not only before you dry fire it, but after you dry fire. I mean, really, that's good practice anyway, okay? This atomizer really utilizes space in a good way. You saw how we did that, right? And I know it was really sloppy, guys, and I really want to apologize for that. I promise you I did try my very, very best to keep it in the shot. But trust me when I say it can be difficult, okay? But I believe that this atomizer is up there with the best out of everything I have. This is really climbing to the top, guys. I got mine for $74. I never talk price on this channel, right? For the most part, right? I think it should be known, man. That is an extremely good deal for a very high quality atomizer. Let me pop off the top cap, by the way, and show you what this looks like on the inside, okay? Because we got it pretty dry now. Okay, that's what it looks like. You see how there's air channels on each side. Do you guys see that? There we go. There's air channels. See how I kind of push them towards the center? You should be able to see your center Phillips head screw there, guys. And you should be able to see your bottom screws as well. That's going to tell you that's a very good that's really telling a story there, that you wicked it with just enough cotton. It's like a foolproof way to know you wicked it right. Okay, nice, light, and airy through the coil. Okay, remember, juice has to be absorbed and go up, right? I mean, you can't just douse the top and have it just sit there on the bed. Vertical coils have about this much surface, like a really small surface area, right? So when you drip juice on it, it's going to travel downwards, which is a great thing. So we're utilizing that effect, right? Gravity with this wicking technique. Now when you take your standard, just regular old style coils, right, and you layer some juice over your coil on the sides of your cotton, it's a bed, and it's just going to sink down in, right? More surface, it's wider, so it's going to hold more juice, and it's going to wick a lot faster. Vertical coils are taller, right? So it's got to wick up the juice from the bottom. It's got to run up as well as come from the top. They should meet somewhere, right? With a regular coil, it doesn't have as high to travel. Okay, for the most part. For the most part, I'm blabbing. Hopefully that all made sense. But now that it's wet and I'm sitting here and I still have the top cap off and I'm just putting 3, 4. I put 5 drops on this one. You can see it's already absorbed, running down. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, guys. I hope that if you have this atomizer, you give this build a shot. We have more builds. My battery's about to die, guys. I hope you guys give this build a shot. Thank you so much for joining me and for dealing with all that craziness, guys. I want to thank Kryptonite Vapors, by the way, for taking my phone call. Man, I talked to the guys. Super cool dude. We'll talk about it in the vlog coming up, guys. Let's end this. Classic. Classic.
We gotta redo that.
It's okay.